We will be using the best flashlights in China, 2 of them, with 18,000 lumens each.
Not only has the team brought along the best technology available, they've also got manpower. An unprecedented team of more than a dozen cavers.
Of course, we know it's going to be hard, because it's really big and dark. But we have a lot of help from many friends.
To find the best place to capture as much of the cavern as possible, the team heads to its most open section known as Great Camel Hall. They must navigate their way through many obstacles.
Almost got away with it.
At least 500. She said she can't do any more than 250.
500.
A few hundred miles north in Mexico City, after an anxious 2 weeks alone, Becky has finally gotten help from home. She uses the money for a bus ticket.
I was on that bus for 3 days. From Mexico City to Indianapolis, Indiana.
September 1st, 2009. Becky has been back in Indiana for a week. She's tired of running from the law and agrees to go into the sheriff's office.
She was willing to meet with us.
During her interrogation, Becky tells the police everything.
I spilled my gas. I'm not a bad person.
Yo, mama, what's up, Bob? How you doing?
And they made me feel like a piece of crap. I was just trying to help her.
The information we received from Becky on that particular day concreted exactly what
I
we
had to
believed.
take a dump.
As far as what had taken place, we can now
I was taking
put
a dump.
Valerie Castellano in that bank. We can put Valerie Castellano in the car with Becky Imus. And we can put Valerie Castellano in Mexico City, taking her 3 young kids from the United States. That's a no-no. You're putting your children in harm's way between you and law enforcement. They had no choice but to go with Mom. And their welfare, their safety, and their safe return became a number 1 priority.
Prior to this point, the evidence against Castellano has been circumstantial. With Becky's testimony, a warrant is issued for the arrest of Valerie Castellano. They also arrest Becky.
Becky Imus was charged with aiding or inducing or causing bank robbery, which is the same offense as the bank robbery.
October 2009. It's been almost 3 months since Castellano robbed the bank in Bunker Hill, Indiana. She is still living with her abusive boyfriend in Mexico and struggling to survive.
Which was on the fantail. It hit in such a way that it exploded and everything. The plane exploded. The hit we got jammed up rudder hard left, and we kept going around the circle. It made it difficult for the gas to hit the ship when it was doing like that. They couldn't turn the plane quick enough to follow it. First time I came up, saw the damage. We had a couple of people that was trapped because the compartments around there were surrounded where there was water. They couldn't get out of it. I saw people with half a body and everything else. That's the way things were. I mean, you just have to do what you have to do.
What's up, Dark?
It's not fun. It happens.
That showcase was terrible.
Look, man. We want Battlefront 3. Man. Look, Dark. You just have to forget about the showcase.
There is no denying that the United States is being pulled into the global conflict.
2 hours left.
But mere days before the surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, America is watching the world at war from the sidelines.
Franklin Roosevelt had been elected to his 3rd term of office in 1940, and he ran on the promise of keeping the United States out of war.
It is my determination to adopt every practicable measure to avoid involvement in war.
Before the attack, there was a big faction in this country was anti-war, no war.
Roosevelt
And also,
wanted to get the United States involved in the war in Europe. He wanted to support the British and the other European allies.
okay, so Dark, we gotta play this Dragon Ball game, bro. We gotta play this Dragon Ball game.
Conspiracy theories that FDR allowed Pearl Harbor to happen.
A good conspiracy theory needs a kernel of truth to be able to spin its web. And the kernel of truth here was that the United States had cracked the Japanese diplomatic code.
Hold on, let me look.
So yeah, that's what I think about Indians, and they're really cool people. Yeah.
Oh, you can wish list Marvel token.
Seriously? Yep, I love those kind of licorice flavors.
So wish list that.
Season up.
Where's 007? Yeah.
How long? 6 hours. Then we take it out, let it cool. That's nice and thin, huh? That's crazy. You just keep slicing your heart out. I'm gonna eat all that. I've had a lot of duck pastrami, but it might be the best.
Duck
It's
pastrami?
all the components you want of pastrami, but with duck, so you get the richness of it. Whew. Now what do we do?
We put heat on
Duck
it.
That's get syrup on.
Your choice of toasted white wheat bread.
You guys bake the bread as well?
Baked fresh daily.
Very nice. Toasted bread?
Toasted bread. A little bit of Russian dressing.
I mean, is it really easy to call it Russian anymore?
It's comedy dressing.
Yeah.
We're in Texas.
So you didn't heat it up too much.
Yeah.
And maybe you're leaving yourself a little snack. Get it back on my
Can I have a little bit for the chef?
the juice. And the pan is a souvenir. No, I'm just kidding. Okay?
These are the right pickles.
Right pickles.
Right pickles. Put the lid on it. There you cut it.
No release date.
A darn good duck. It's a
Yeah, no
perfect
release
balance.
date,
The
but
salt,
it's up to 8
the
players.
smoke, the tenderness. It's
And
cooked down
characters
the way
with
it should.
roles.
The fat melts
Duck
in your mouth.
pastrami.
It's awesome. You guys gotta try this.
Hey, I got my 2 characters already.
Duck pastrami sandwich.
Baby, it's a masa.
Someone's bringing gourmet sandwiches to your backyard. Absolutely.
Everything here is homemade, from the bread to the meats to the...
You look like a
peppers.
Trunks
Let's talk
player.
about the pending lawsuit of the knuckle sandwich. Did you know that they
You love
formed
Trunks,
off an-
right? Dark Shinobi.
Yeah. You can call the guy if you had a tribute sandwich. I mean, I'm fine with that. Something long
Future Trunks, man.
Okay. All right, so this is the knuckle.
It's a great cut of meat. It's very tender. So basically what you're going to do is we're going to rub it down. Start off with a little salt on this bad boy. We got pepper on there.
What?
And then the granulated garlic there. We throw a little Earl on there.
Did you just say Earl?
Earl.
Okay.
And now we're going to pop it in the oven. 400 degrees for
Like a
5
silver
an hour
credits
and a half or
or
so.
like this.
Okay.
And
Medium rare.
Kills stuff.
medium rare.
Let it cool.
Oh, let's do it. What is that? Aluminum?
Look at that.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Right, short.
Which one?
Lean,
Whichever one, it doesn't matter.
Lean and tender.
Knuckles done, and now we're gonna make the jus for it. We're gonna add a little water to the pan here, and pick up all the good drippings. Gotta scrape all this good stuff up. We add the rest of our water here. We got our beef bones going in.
That's all the real flavor.
There you go. Season it up with some salt, pepper, dried thyme here. Granulated garlic, man. Red wine band. Let it cook for about an hour and a half or so. So we got our knuckle meat here, caramelized onions on there, and topping it off with some cheddar cheese. Put a nice ladle of the hot jus in there. And the oven goes. White bread here. We're gonna dip the bread in the jus. And get there with some of the knuckle sauce here. We got
Knuckle sauce?
knuckle sauce, our horseradish sauce.
These can't continue to steal my name.
Cheese nice and melted up on the knuckle sandwich. We take that whole big pile, just plop it right on top of there.
Well, at least it's not.
Okay, so they're having a whole live stream dedicated to 007 Mind's Eye and Hitman. Those same developers are having their own dedicated live stream.
It's delicious.
If that's the case, why do they even know? You know what?
And deem this appropriate to be called Knuckle Sandwich.
Woo! So
Congratulations.
thank you very much.
We'll send your plaque in the mail.
So we had good luck with the duck. We recognized the Knuckle Sandwich, and we come back to the Noble Pig here in Austin. We're doing pig 3 ways. We'll see you in a little bit.
What?
Where's your family room? Scaring your family? Do you have wall-to-wall carpeting on your walls? I'm not searching for hideous homes, starting here.
Ugliest House in America. All new Monday at 9 on HGTV.
They don't know the first thing about you or Walmart Plus. Like this Walmart Plus members get free delivery on more than just groceries. Free delivery on these apples and this shirt.
The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
Oh no, is this like an in-the-pool party? Can't get in there. I need food. Can't swim while I'm eating. Genius. Tiny bites. The chip will keep you dry. That felt mean and intentional.
At Boar's Head, we rise with a mission to deliver craftsmanship worthy of your table. A promise kept with every new day. Boar's Head, committed to craft since 1905.
I did way too much sugar in my gochujang pasta sauce. What do I do now?
What if we turn your gochujang pasta sauce into some tasty cookies?
Sweet. Tell me how.
Add butter to the sauce.
What's next?
Mix it all together.
Done. Now what?
Bake it for 10 minutes.
Got it. You can eat.
Okay, did you eat first? Okay,
in the desert. Others do not. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
SandCloud chose the Capital One Smart Cash Plus card. It's a serious business card with unlimited 2% cash back on everything they buy. So they reinvested their cash back to help build their retail store. What's in your one?
For adults and kids, fragrance-free and non-greasy. Mosquito and tick repellent, you both can agree on. S.C. Johnson.
Party's over.
What's Lurs?
Party on!
Twizzlers, keep the fun going.
All right, Dark. What I thought was a complete lie.
You know the plan.
Nowhere near complete. But it is now.
Learn about adopting a teen at adoptuskids.org.
At Your Morning on Spectrum News 1, we are honored to be the news that starts your day, bringing you stories that inspire across the communities we all call home. Reporting on the issues that matter most to Southern California, plus your latest forecast to prepare you for the day ahead. Mornings are a special time to get what you need before getting out the door. At Your Morning on Spectrum News 1, we'll make sure that includes the news you need to know. Good morning, good people, and welcome to Your Morning on Spectrum News 1, Tuesday, starting at 6.
See you later, Eric.
All right, Sean. See ya.
Just one taste and I wanna sing. Creamy, dreamy, slightly yogurt taste.
Creamy, dreamy dessert from Fage. As delicious as it sounds.
Guilt has the designers that get your heart racing.
Well, Dark, we might as well go over here and get rid of the satellite.
And I know it was awake because I was able to move my limbs, and I fought out from under it and it went away. Something was just pushing on me.
Well, you got scratched too.
On Trivago, you can compare hotel prices
From multiple different sites, even your favorite one. Look, same hotel, $100 less. You didn't check Trivago? I didn't check Trivago.
Check Trivago to compare prices and save up to 40%. Hotel?
What is it again? This is Park.
Yeah.
In Flower Baton, and we have been Tiger of the Day.
Yeah, I'll pass. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know what I've been told.
Where do these plates go?
Dark.
This has been used. Throw it away.
So we use the shower cap.
What's the shower?
Cap.
I hate what I hate. So what's coming next?
Chicken and prawns right here.
Very good.
Dave, just to let you know we're clearing now.
You're clearing now, okay. Give me 15, 20 minutes.
You just started.
Good. So we're going to put a pile out, we're going to go around the table, or walk around the table with it.
Oh, I thought we were gonna just come and present it.
Yeah, so walk around the table, exactly, and then we go back to the top part, and then we serve it on the last one.
I don't like being number 3, but I'll take it because my clarity is something I need to work on. I've been writing my bars differently so I can get my words out so they can really understand me.
I got 2 spaces left, and this week it comes down to Nova, Detroit.
Albino.
If I get number 1 again, because like all week Nova's been talking that mess, talking about oh need a best one.
I deserve number 1 on this week's set list because I killed it at the workout and I killed to catch the beat. Just give me that number 1 so I can prove.
We were in the band's tour bus. He and I were, you know, you're gonna have to be more specific. We were screwing, okay?
Well, look at her eyes.
She's embarrassed.
No, if she were embarrassed, she'd be looking down.
Okay, she's proud she slept with her hero.
Then I think she'd look at him. I don't think that's pride on her face. I think that's defiance. She's looking directly into the back of the gallery. Who was sitting there?
Her mother.
Her doting, overprotective mother.
Who didn't want her to go to the concert in the first place. Do you really think she'd lie on the stand and provoke her mother?
You were once a teenage girl, you tell me. You?
I'll round them all up.
No, not yet. I'm thinking we ought to try a little one-on-one first.
Oh my god. Okay.
I think you said what you wanted to have happen. Well, you're wrong then. I've been there, Teresa. You slept
No
with the
way.
rock star.
Okay, oh my
Bruh,
god.
it spawned on me. What is this?
I don't know what you mean. A mother who dragged me to church every Sunday and who thought that sex was something that should only happen between husband and wife. You were so off base. Am I? Because I saw your mom. I saw the look she had in her eye when you said that you slept with Teddy. So it's the same look my mom had when I came home from my junior prom at 6 a.m. Nothing happened, but I kind of liked her assuming the worst. I don't know why she wants to help him.
On the other hand, maybe she's telling the truth.
No. I mean, Teresa's not like that.
If that's the case, I wonder if her lies were meant more to hurt you than to help him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm a father, Miss Drosy. I know the battles that go on between teenage girls and their mothers.
Carrie and I, she loves me.
Now is not the time to be some kind of puritanical hero, Miss Drosy. If there's any chance Teresa was with Teddy...
No.
Then I can and will bring criminal charges against her.
For what?
I'll start with perjury and move on to abetting 23 counts of murder.
She didn't do anything.
She's helping Teddy Connor cover up any number of felonies. Do you know why?
Because she's a stupid little... Look, she's lying. I know she's lying. Why is it so hard for you to believe that he'd sleep with me? That's not what I'm saying. There are a lot of guys that are interested in me. I'm sure there are. Look at him, Teresa. Is Teddy Connor someone...
He's a great musician. He's a genius. He writes all of the band's music.
I am sorry, but that is hardly a reason to throw your life away.
What are you talking about?
Perjury is a crime, Teresa. So is accomplice after the fact. If Teddy Connor gets away with this because of your lying, Jack McCoy is going to take his anger out on someone.
You're gonna have to prove I lied then. And you can't do that.
Well, if it's any consolation, it
these
looks like the
stingrays. Oh my
I'm not confused.
god.
Teresa Drosialba told me she was
No,
lying.
they're merciless.
Did you tell her she could spend her 20s in hustling
We
on
need to
us?
bring
She's
a
protecting a musical genius.
missile launcher.
Let me ask you both something. A hypothetical mother is told that all she has to do to keep her daughter out of prison is say that said daughter slept with a hypothetical.
Oh, should have brought a missile
If that mother
launcher.
refuses to do that.
I got a rocket.
Bro, again? Bro!
To protect her baby's good name?
I got a rocket sentry.
What if the hypothetical rock star was particularly disgusting?
We gotta get up out of here. Like this is...
I think now is the time to round them all up.
Oh.
Okay, that time.
Why would I consider a deal?
I'm not here to offer it.
Bro, I gotta get my mech.
Like
I
she
just
said.
called
Oh,
in
come
the
on, what would she be doing with a has-been like you?
Ask her, do you know how many records I've sold?
I know how many records you sold in the last 10 years. I think your fans finally caught on to you, Mr. Connor. Actually, people who know about these things tell me you were never that good in the first place.
Those people would be
No.
Why else would you need the gimmicks? If you don't have talent.
Bro, I was right there to my mech.
Don't have to be a genius.
Dark, I gotta get my mech,
Deal on
bro.
the table. Why should we sit here and be insulted?
You just don't get rock and roll.
Apparently you don't either.
Stop! Leave him alone! I know you're good. The odds are good he's gonna go to prison no matter what you say, Teresa. Speak up now or you're gonna join him.
Oh, at least you have one fan, Mr. Connor. How many other pseudo-stars can say they have a fan willing to go to jail for them? The shame of it all is, it won't do any good.
23 life sentences running consecutively is gonna be the best you're gonna get.
That's if the jury's feeling generous. The flip side of that coin is a needle.
Stop, please, please stop. Teddy didn't light the fire. It was me.
Shut up, Teddy.
Mom, it was. It's true.
Teddy, damn it.
If you have something to say, Mrs. Drosy.
It's Miss. One stupid night. I should have had my head examined.
Bro, again.
It was nothing for you.
She fucked her father.
For us.
She fucked her father.
I don't know what's going on here. I don't want to know. Come on, Teddy. We'll take our chances with the
I'm
jury.
on my way, Dark.
He just gave you his DNA, baby. He was never a father. You don't owe him anything. How dare you? Do you think giving her a couple of tickets twice a year gives you the right to ruin her life?
I'm dead. There's no way.
I did it, Mr. McCoy.
Oh my god.
I wanted the flamethrower. I didn't know that Larry or the ceiling. I didn't think.
You don't have to do this for him.
Bro, they shot off one of my arms, bro.
I heard you say to Nick that you wanted more fire.
Maybe we're not ready for this difficulty.
I thought
What difficulties?
that if you were on top again,
This is,
maybe then we...
suicide.
What? Man, if you told me, I would have brought better stuff.
Thanks, Salvador. What is this, like, Ryan? Number next. Ryan, Long cooties everywhere.
What are you gonna do?
Talk to him.
Is that sympathy out here?
My father, the only one of my tennis matches he actually came to, he spent doing paperwork. It didn't make me love him less, it just made me try it out in a charter to make him love me more.
Were you successful?
You should see my backhand.
One word to describe us would be unbreakable.
It's the 15th anniversary of MTV's Jersey Shore. We've come so far, and your favorite crew...
Oh god, it's coming back.
Taking on uncharted territory.
This is your birth moment.
Oh my god!
Dang, I don't
no
have
matter where life takes them, they're always dainty and down to fist bump.
We're gonna ride this thing out till the wheels fall off.
My mech.
Jersey Shore Family Vacation. All new Thursdays at 8. Watch on MTV.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
Mom, it was bad. You know, so good. It was off the hizzle. God, don't you dare tell anyone that you're my brother. Ever. You don't know everything. You are so not my brother. Mom! I told you guys, remind me if you're the lights off for me. Hey, Isabel. No, I didn't ask her yet. You don't have to. My answer's no. Please.
Alright, we gotta finish this stuff.
Oh,
you did.
Regardless.
Oh, God. Hear me?
Okay, it got shut down.
It's Andrew Hitchens, the one with the chest, married to a boy and girl.
Wife around?
She's the one called it in. Looks like a 38, 45 maybe, whatever. It was up close and personal. Look at the powder burns.
How long?
A couple hours tops.
I finished work around 5, picked up the kids, and came home. Like I do every day.
What time does your husband usually get home from work, Mrs. Hitchens?
Around 8, I don't know, always after me.
What's today special?
He didn't tell me. Ask the office.
Oh, well. Where does he work?
And Systems Electronics. Andy's the managing software designer. He loves his work. Look, I'm probably not making much sense right now. Can I take the kids to my mom's?
Sure. That helps. Someone's driving.
There's nothing missing. No sign of a forced entry. Both the front and back doors take keys.
No witnesses, nobody heard anything, everybody in the building was at work.
See? That's why I don't retire.
Oh my god.
What's up, man?
So many over here.
Bro, I'm trying to just get all the
That
supplies.
ponytail is a sign Caitlin didn't have time for the hairdryer this morning. A sign she needs a Diet Coke. That's it, Caitlin. Let your hair down. Or up. Yeah, up's good too.
New projects means new project managers. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
Choice Hotels gets you more for your money, so you can maximize any vacation from the second you log off.
Can you help maximize this out-of-office reply?
Sure. I was so productive on my business trip at this Radisson Hotel. I'm
Okay,
taking
Doug,
a
what are you
must-see
doing?
vacay with the ladies.
Oh,
the
I see what
Cameron
you're
Hotel
doing.
rooftop cocktails are fire. See you never. Just kidding. If you need anything, email Janet.
You do know there's no Janet, right?
I do know that. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Look at this.
Bro, why are there so many over here?
It's all about connecting with seamless connectivity.
I don't know, but just know that ship is coming. Dark move, dark move, dark move, dark move.
Here's a story about a true pioneer called Chloe. Chloe's got herself a darn fine career. Family depends on her hard work. She's got mouths to feed, homestead to tend to. So she makes certain her little fella gets to do the things she loves.
Yes, now.
For a modern pioneer like Chloe, the only life insurance that'll do is modern woodman.
Malik?
Yeah?
Food's ready to eat. That's a peculiar name for life insurance.
Dip it, Cookie.
Okay.
And tonight. This
Give me
week,
1
all
second.
large 2-topping pizzas at Domino's are just $6.99 each when you carry out, like melty pepperoni and green pepper, or ham and tangy pineapple. The combinations are pretty endless. Act fast and get your favorite large 2-topping pizza for just $6.99 each this week only at Domino's.
We demand a better tasting snack. Nothing's working with them.
Let's try Simply with no artificial colors or flavors.
Ingredients you feel good about with flavors kids love.
These are good.
Win the spend $10 with Simply.
The fact that this Reese's ad showed up at this exact moment proves that your devices are listening to your stomach.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now with BK. Get it before it disappears.
Oh my god.
Old, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your
Glad I
Dragon.
wasn't in the middle of that. Oh my god.
At Frigidaire, we dare to perform with innovations to maximize space and the first-to-market fridge-to-freezer drawer. Dare to expect more.
Bro,
Frigidaire.
again?
Save up to
Golly.
$1,400 at Frigidaire and participating retailers.
Are you throwing away money on your car insurance?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Try InsureCar. We help you compare quotes and save half on your car insurance.
I like it when things are convenient and save me lots of money.
Go to InsureCar.com and save up to $1,000 a year on your car insurance.
Black Force Flex Max Strength Badge. Rewarded 2 times from the top. For over-the-top strength. It's better than all good. It's all black. When your home needs work.
Oh my god, again!
That's where Angie came in.
With Angie, find top-rated pros in your area, plus compare quotes and pricing to help you get all your jobs done well. Find top-rated pros in your area at Angie.com.
Give me a hot pink cosmopolitan and some drama.
Oh. How did I die? You? Oh, brother.
Yeah, this is.
Wow.
There's an easier way. With Thumbtack. Download the app today and care for your home from top to bottom.
Got to wait for 10 years and came back.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Law and order.
Stingray's about to make me crash out, man.
Do not crash out. Do not crash out. I'm about to crash out.
No, I didn't see Andy Hitchens yesterday.
What do we need for this?
They called in sick.
Okay.
When the original was over,
Now I'm realizing
came back, he was above.
next time I'm bringing a laser. No, not a laser. I'm bringing a rocket launcher of some sort.
Bro, they're so far away from the city. What in the world is this?
But you did know.
They're still here.
Oh my god, bro. These stingrays. There's back-to-back stingrays!
Why'd you let him go?
The economy sucks. Our revenues suck even worse.
Nah, we don't have the right equipment, bro.
They pay me less. Why were you time?
Gotta get back to the black box.
Your husband was let go because of the downturn in the economy.
We talked about everything.
There is one thing. Did you
Fortunate
notice no
start.
paycheck coming in?
Oh my god, another stingray.
Andy took care of finances.
Well, the balance of your checkbook must have dropped.
That was Andy's department.
Maybe if we could see the bank statements, credit card bills, might shed some light.
We say no, Randy can't find. He's a MasterCard brokerage account. That was a joke. Chasing out and checking savings. Banks are all Manhattan. Never heard of this.
Oh my god, they're nowhere safe.
Oh my
There's
God.
actually nowhere safe.
He deposited $370,880 6 months ago.
He has a bank account with almost $400,000 in it, which he opened
Bro, I'm
3 months
stuck.
after he was laid off.
You remember who he is now?
It looks like he was withdrawing his old weekly salary from his secret stash and putting it into a joint account.
And the wife was never the wiser.
Bro, like any help.
Well, outside of that, this Andy Hitchens is an Eagle Scout.
No weapon, no friendship.
Well, I doubt he went into the bank with $400,000 cash. What's next?
We figured we'd talk to the bank, see if we can get a lead on where the money came from.
I've seen what's going on in an amusement park.
Welcome to the 21st century. We've got to put people with big boys somehow.
I guess the free toast thing don't cut it on me.
There are 3 rules of personal banking these days: marketing, marketing, marketing.
Well, I'm guessing it was the free lattes that attracted Mr. Hitchens.
Right. Mr. Hitchens opened his account here with a cashier's check. There we go.
Issued by?
Federal National Bank.
Another bank that wasn't on Mrs. Hitchens' list.
Yeah, they're opening next to us.
Is there a number or something on that check?
You know, there are bank privacy laws.
Did we get off the subway in Switzerland?
Ha, ha. Be that as it may, this is private banking.
And we are public servants who can get a warrant to look through every transaction you've got on that computer.
Look, man, you issued a cashier's check for Mr. Andrew Hitchens for almost $400,000. You just want to know why.
Well, obviously, he must have an account with us.
And obviously, we'd like to know about it.
Yes, he closed his account. We issued him a...
2 lasers, bro.
What? Mr. Hitchens opened an account with us, but he closed it 48 hours later when the check he deposited cleared.
You didn't ask him why?
What was the check he opened the account with?
It was a business check, something called Mishon Diamond Exchange.
You gotta understand, I like the men in blue, but for business, you're not that good.
Okay, I'll be right back.
So, what can I do you for? You wrote a check. I write a lot of checks. Unfortunately, my suppliers, they want to get paid.
Andy Hitchens, what did he supply you with?
That is a name with which I am not familiar.
All right. Is this your company's check?
Sure is.
Is that your signature?
I cannot lie.
That's good. So what's that on the memo line?
That is the language of Abraham and Isaac.
I know what it is. I want to know what it means.
That this Hitchens, who I never met before, mind you.
You.
I was
Oh, the felt, man. Probably consider a flat cut.
Okay, I'm back.
And what do you think of?
Anthony was correct. I actually do have my own post office. And co-located with that post office is my own bank. So Anthony's correct. There's where the money comes in and there's where the money goes. Now, he did run his mouth about me, but he didn't say anything about Dick Wolf. Now, I've known Dick Wolf forever, and I'm telling you, once in a while he cashes some fairly hefty checks. Anthony didn't say a thing about Dick. Oh, that's right. Dick can fire him. I'm just in the van.
I'm just in the van.
You got the lyrics?
No. Yeah, they did do it. No.
I think that's somebody just doing something.
So corny.
Oh my god.
Awesome. Unmute.
Pineapple. The combinations are pretty endless. Act fast and get your favorite large 2-topping pizza for just $6.99 each this week only at Domino's.
Your credit journey starts here with a secure self-Visa credit card with high approval rates. It's a great option whether you're just starting out or rebuilding your credit. And as you use it and make payments on time, you can build your credit one step at a time. Visit Self to apply.
Get more use and enjoyment from your porch, patio, or deck with patio enclosure. Let us help you create the perfect room for the things you love. Right now, get up to $5,000 off your sunroom. Call today.
As a firefighter, my job was about saving lives. I never thought one day I would be fighting for more. MDA empowers people like me to live the best lives we can. Learn more at mda.org today.
As your morning inspection news one, we are honored to read the news that starts your day. Mornings are a special time to keep before getting out the door. We'll make sure that includes the news you need to know. Weekdays starting at 6.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mia Hurd-Garris with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Toddlers can be very curious about water. That's why drowning is the #1 cause of injury-related deaths for children ages 1 to 4. But drowning is preventable. Plan layers of protection, a fence that surrounds the pool, and swimming lessons when your child is ready. When your child is near water, an adult should always be within an arm's reach to supervise. For more, talk to your pediatrician and visit healthychildren.org.
Well, be ready with me. I'm going to do a no makeup look in 2 minutes. So I'm going to get ready with the viral 2-minute full face makeup kit by L'Oreal. I love their foundation. It hides any unevenness that I have. It doesn't sit in fine lines like other foundations, and it's not cakey. Okay, now that that's all even, the blush highlights the cheekbone perfectly. Now the highlighter. Oh, look at that glow. It doesn't even feel like makeup, and it only took me 2 minutes.
Get your cult classics full face kit at LauraGeller.com.
Dr. Rick, we are thinking sandwiches again for lunch. What should I put you down for?
Oh, boundaries. They can be tough for young homeowners turning into their parents.
Now, I'm either going to go tuna melts or Reuben. They're known for their...
Remember, when the door closes, so does the conversation.
Oh, yes, gotcha. Okay. Looks like the soup of the day is tomato bisque.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
I could go tuna melt. If you want to go Reuben, we can do a mix and match.
So this Lonnie Jackson,
Who we haven't talked to yet?
refinances his house up in the hinterlands.
Hey, man, Harlem real estate is up and coming. You should see what brownstone goes for up there.
But he takes the money he gets from the refi and turns it over to Andy Hitchens.
The dead guy?
But before he ends up dead, he buys diamonds from a dude named Shlomo.
For his wife, I hope.
Oh, what fun would that be? No, he walks right across the street and sells them to another dealer named Zeb.
And you don't think it was buyer's remorse?
God, what's that?
He was walking the dog.
And somehow I don't think his wife was the only one he wanted to keep that money from. Hitchens and Jackson were into some kind of bank fraud, or Hitchens was blackmailing Jackson. Either way, the money's got to be in the middle of this.
Well, what about this Lonnie Jackson?
Nothing so far. Solid citizen, no yellows.
Hey, Doctor said she got some for us.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later. No signs of struggle, no drugs, no alcohol.
Gee, Rogers, I'm really glad you called us.
At least tell us you ate something exotic.
Does coffee count? How's this for exotic?
There's a bullet that comes from a gun.
Not from any gun I've ever seen. Ran it past ballistics, and it turns out it comes from something called a 7.63 Mauser.
Weapon of choice for the Nazis.
Still doesn't help.
Well, it does if Lonnie Jackson is a collector.
And if we had the slightest clue as to where to look for him.
Nice thing about a neighborhood is everybody knows everything about everybody else.
Sure, I know Lonnie. Like my whole life. Him and his buddies.
Hey, Ray,
Eating donuts, drinking coffee, telling lies.
Every day?
Well, not every day, but most. That's gonna change now.
why is that?
Lonnie hasn't been around for a while. Not since he sold his place to that white dude. Yeah, I was wrong. Black people should be buying up here.
Well, what about his buddies?
Talk to Horace. More than likely he's at the Veterans Hall around the corner.
All hell raising. That's what they call us. Most important thing I ever did was to join up. Colonel Horace Worthington. Not many of us left either.
Y'all throw those parties, right?
For only the best and the brightest.
That's right. Mine used to tell me about them.
Sounds like quite a shindig, but the reason we're here...
Oh, right. We're looking for one of your friends, Lonnie Jackson.
Activate the
kid.
terminal. What
Always getting himself into some kind of jackpot.
Oh.
What's he up to, man?
Well, we don't know, but we sure like to ask him.
So who's stopping?
We can't find him, and it turns out he don't own his house no more.
Well, that can't be. He bought that place after the war for 10 grand. It was his pride and joy.
Turns out he took out another mortgage on the place.
No way. He didn't believe in debt. If he needed money, he'd come to me.
When's the last time you saw Lonnie?
Well, it's been a while. But I just figured he was visiting his grandkids in Charleston. You get to be our age, grandchildren are not the only ones that want to see you.
What about his kids?
Son, Paul. He may be blood all right, but I don't know if I'd call him a son. A real creep. He has an office on
Alright, call that extraction in.
Horace Worthington, that man could talk through 9 innings without missing a beat. You put him together with my old man, and
That's exactly what we're trying to do.
excuse me,
We're looking for your father.
and you think I would know because
Because you're his son.
do your children know where you are every minute of the day?
No, but I should tell him if I lost my house.
What? There's no way you lost him. He owned it outright. He said he would die there. His grandchildren would die there. The point is, if that old piece of crap up in Harlem was like that Plymouth Rock, he'd never sell it.
Truth is, he mortgaged the house. Then he defaulted on the payments. The bank sold it to some Donald Trump wanted.
But if he needed money,
You would have helped?
my father.
You know somebody named Andrew Hitchens?
No, why?
Your father gave him all the money from the refi.
This is nuts. My father saved every penny that he ever made.
When's the last time you talked to him?
I don't know, maybe 6 months. But we emailed now and then. I just bought him a computer last Father's Day.
Who says nothing lasts forever?
But as you've told us so many times, cyberspace comes close. How long did it take you this time, Myra?
2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
That long?
Not even. Screen name Lon Jack last logged on 2 months ago.
If you could only tell us where it was when he used it.
What makes you think I can't? 256 Mount Morris Park. That's Harlem.
We can hear you in there. Open up, we're gonna kick it in.
1, 2.
You should know better, Colonel.
You got no right to come here like this.
Actually, we've been trying to figure out what to arrest you for. Harboring a fugitive, obstruction of justice, or just being a general pain in the ass.
I'm doing nothing of the kind.
You lie to us, Horace. You become an accomplice.
Kid, what are you doing? Lonnie Jackson?
You're a tough guy to find, Mr. Jackson.
You know, it depends on
Who's doing the looking?
I suppose.
Why don't you come down to our place for coffee and a chat?
You leave him be. I was a porter at JFK for 50 years. Well, actually, it was only 40 some odd. Since that young man was shot down in Dallas. And before that, it was Idlewild. What a grand shame. He was a good man, that John Fitzgerald.
Pity is, he left 2 young kids behind. A boy and a girl.
Just like Mr. Hitchens.
Who?
That was your friend?
I don't recall anyone goes by that name.
You gave him almost $400,000, Mr. Jackson. Doesn't that ring a bell?
No, why would I do that?
That's what we're trying to find out.
Well, you know, maybe I did leave.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Look, Mr. Jackson, you were certainly sharp enough to get the money from the bank, give it to Mr. Hitchens, kill him, and then hide from us. So, this senility act, though it's fun, the longer you keep it up, the harder it's going to be on you.
No, I'm out.
That's nice, Mr. Jackson.
Especially one as pretty as you.
Please. You might change your mind after you hear what I've got to say. Here's the thing, Mr. Jackson. JFK keeps all of its workers' fingerprints on file. So I had forensics compare your prints to the ones found at Mr. Hitchens' apartment. They match. You want us to call your son?
No.
Well, the court can appoint a lawyer for you.
I have my own counsel, Lieutenant. I'll be just fine.
We just signed the lease on our 3rd shop. My assistant went to customink.com to get new uniforms with all the locations. He found great products, uploaded new art, and had boxes sent to all the shops. Custom Ink makes it so easy. Get started today at customink.com.
Savory, juicy, and hold up. It's got Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning? Nice. Crispy, zesty, ranchy perfection. Hidden Valley Ranch. Only serious about flavor.
A year after I quit smoking, I was diagnosed with peripheral artery disease. I needed surgery to restore blood flow to my legs. Later, I found out smoking also caused my kidney cancer, and I needed surgery to remove my kidney. My tip is, quit now. The sooner you quit, the better.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT NOW.
Airwick's vibrant fragrances are infused with 2 times more essential oils. The advanced plug-in with a boost button and anti-fade technology can keep your home always inviting for up to 60 days. That's a lot of inviting. Airwick. Always fragrant, always inviting. Every cat acts like their don't stink. And now with our strongest litter ever, it actually doesn't. Get 30-day odor control. Step it up to new Fresh Step Heavy Duty.
All new Dragon Flame Grilled Whopper is here at BK. Bold, juicy, flame grilled, and ready for adventure. Experience a new kind of flame at Burger King. How to Train Your Dragon, coming to theaters June 13th.
There's an easier way. With Thumbtack. Download the app today and care for your home from top to bottom.
a lift. You could use a big financial friend. Your BFF. Experian. Strong enough to help you push past financial obstacles.
Right now?
So even when you have a big expense, you have new solutions that can make a big difference. Well, you do have that big financial friend, wherever your journey takes you. Experian.
Okay. That's fine.
Have you always had trouble with your weight? Me too.
Discover the power of Wegovy. With Wegovy,
Yeah,
lost
probably.
35 pounds. And some lost over 46 pounds.
And I'm keeping the weight off.
Reducing
Alright, well,
Wegovy is the
that was the
only
stream, I guess. Mainly because I got some food, so thank you all. Hope you all have a good rest of your day and night with the time zone. I'll see you all in later.